What up, homeless Jabroni, the Jabroni God, and welcome back to another edition of Jabroni One Shots. Today's episode, Venom issue 150. Is it a milestone issue, or is it a fucking cash grab? You decide, but I'll tell you my fucking opinion though. Fuck your opinion, I'm telling you mine, and I think it's a fucking cash grab. So, if you didn't know, Eddie Brock just recently reacquired the Venom symbiote in the last issue, Venom it's either number 7 or like issue 6. I believe it's issue because they just renumbered it, so I'm all fucked up. But I believe they've had a full volume and then they changed it to 150 to the original numbering. And I've seen the solicitations for further down the road. Yes, they're going to keep this numbering for a while. They're going to go back to the original numbering for Venom. Because in issue 153, Moon Girl and fucking Devil Dinosaur is going to be... I'm like, yo, y'all really, they don't know what to do with this character, you guys. And it's very obvious. It's blatant, if you ask me. Because why else would you introduce a brand, and I mean brand spanking new host from issues 1 through 6, Lee Price. And to tell you the truth, he was a damn good host. He had personality. He was distinctly different from all the other hosts. He was discharged from the Army Rangers. He was trying to be a good guy. He was trying to do good, or at least get by. But he started taking up odd jobs. He could have been any poor slob. But like, he's not any poor slob at the same time. He's very methodical. Honestly, if you read the new Venom series, issues 1 through 6, the first volume, he's comparable to Sasuke. See for yourself. See if my assertion is correct. He's pretty much Sasuke. He's a fucking edgelord, and I love him though. He's great. And what I'm getting at is, I do not want Eddie Brock to be Venom again, because it is nothing but bad for his character. It is a regression of his character. The man went through cancer, and then when he went through his cancer, Martin Lee, Mr. Negative or Negative, I think that villain's name is Mr. Negative. Martin Lee, the Chinese business guy. The Mr. Negative with the power to like not die because he has 2 split personalities. He's the one that bestowed the anti-venom powers to Eddie Brock. Apparently there were traces of the symbiote in his white blood cells, and like Mr. Negative activated that, and that's how anti-venom, the most broken version of Venom ever to exist ever, he was literally serving as a kryptonite for Spider-Man and a kryptonite to all other symbiotes, plus insta healing and insta regeneration, plus no symbiote weaknesses, no sound weakness, no fire weakness. The nigga was OP. I understand why he couldn't stay long. And then after anti-venom, because Eddie Brock had this whole thing, this thing with Catholicism, he thought he was this righteous crusader bent on saving humanity. And the nigga, like, after he lost the anti-venom suit because he cured everyone of the spider disease, i.e. Spider Island, don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, read Spider Island. And that's how he lost the anti-venom suit, because literally it used up all the antibodies in the anti-venom, suit, bioorganic suit. He became literally just a guy who was like hell-bent on crusading after any fucking symbiotes, right? And then he shows up in the Agent Venom series to stop Flash Thompson, to get at Flash Thompson, but he ends up getting the toxin symbiote, and he's like, oh my god, no, and then not again, wah wah wah, like that type of shit. He gets the toxin symbiote, and he becomes Toxin. First of all, when Eddie Brock reappears, he reappears in the Carnage series, and I don't even think it's explained how he removes himself from Toxin. So, and then, and now we're here. So, to talk about the issue for a little bit, there's things that I like. Alright, so literally in the previous issue, like, again, like, Eddie Brock is part of this, like, anti-symbiote combat unit, whatever the fuck. He's been this way for a ill minute, and, like, they combat Lee Price, and they take the symbiote away from him, and I kind of feel sad for the guy, man. Again, I like Lee Price, you know, I've been following the guy for 1 through 6 issues, I care about him now. You know, and they snatch the symbiote away from him, and he's being hauled off to jail. You know, and as they acquire the symbiote, Eddie Brock's just like, oh yeah, man, I want to see it, bro, I want to see it, and like the security guard's like, nigga, no, and you know, he like knocks out the security guard, and then he puts on the suit. So now we could act damn near 6 minutes into the fucking video, I can actually talk about the issue. So the issue starts off with this quote from Heart of fucking Darkness. Who gives a shit? But you see this beautiful 2-page spread basically going over Eddie Brock's life, and you know, like how it was like so amazing when he had Venom, but like, you know, like, no, not even when he had Venom. He starts it off by saying like, oh, I had everything, you know, and then I lost it because of Spider-Man. And in the 2-page spread, you see like a whole, but you see Toxin, you see Anti-Venom, you see Mac Gargan wearing the Scorpion suit, and underneath it is the Venom suit. You see mad shit, you see mad callbacks, like, yo, like it's mad Easter eggs for days. But and he wakes up, and the symbiote's like, Eddie, let's go out and drink the moonlight, and he's like, okay, all right. So they swing around the city, and they see these group of guys in these like armored suits breaking into this facility, and he's like, oh, terrorists. Like, he just assumed they're terrorists. So he goes, he snatches one up, and this dude is like, oh, yo, dude, we're not terrorists. And like, one dude comes out the facility with this tomato in like this glass like cylinder thing, and he's like, yo, I finally got it, we'll be rich, dude. And Venom, he's like, and once Venom hears that, he like kills everybody. And then this one dude is like, yo, bruh, chill, like, yo, we just wanted to sell it, man, this shit is worth like $5 million or whatever the fuck, whatever number it's worth. And Venom's like, a tomato? That's absurd, I thought these niggas were terrorists, oh my god. So he retreats back into his crib, and he's just like, oh my fucking god, what did I do? I thought they were terrorists, I thought I was gonna be a hero. Oh my god, I thought I was gonna do that Lethal Protector shit from the 90s. Oh my god, like, yeah, I'm killing niggas. So Venom tries to soothe Eddie by telling him to go back to the place that they were where they first met, the church. And the church is like this run-down piece of shit place, and we meet the father there. And like, you know, there's these two kids that try to like press Eddie. He's like, yo, nigga, you don't want it, and they run away. But like, this father, this Catholic priest, he's like, yo, Eddie basically tells him like, yo, I recently got into this relationship. And he's like, nigga, like, what their conversation pretty much comes to a head with is, oh, if this person is forcing you to do things you otherwise wouldn't do, maybe the relationship isn't a good thing. And he's like, fuck you, I've been dreaming of the day. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, no you haven't, because that directly contradicts his period of moral crusadiness. Like, again, that's why I spent the whole first 4 minutes of the video setting that up, because that was a thing, that was like a little thing, that was like a little character arc for him for a while in Spider-Man comics and Spider-Man related materials. You know, so I'm just like, bullshit, what the fuck are you talking about? I've been dreaming. No, you haven't. When the toxin symbiote like came onto your ass, you were oh my god, not again. And, you know, and then he was lured back into it. You know, I'm like, first of all, let me just put all conversations on pause. If you think Eddie Brock is literally the best host,
fuck you.
You are the problem. If you think that he is the best host out of all the entirety of all the other Venom hosts that's ever existed, no. Fucking no. Like, I urge you, please go read the Rick Remender, Cullen Bunn, Agent Venom series, please. You know, and come back to me and still tell me that Eddie Brock is the best Venom host, because you're fucking smoking. I'm sorry. Like, all Eddie Brock is a mentally ill guy. Like in comparison to Flash Thompson. Flash Thompson has everything going for him. He had, like, and we'll get to Flash Thompson, because in this issue it is explained how Flash Thompson lost the Venom symbiote. They couldn't be bothered to explain or have it be set up in the previous Venom Space Knight series. No, they have to do it in some rushed bullshit way to satiate the fucking 90s fanboys of Eddie Brock, right? So to continue off in the issue, like, the symbiote makes Eddie leave because he's like, yo, I don't like what this nigga saying, man. Talking about abusive relationships and shit and toxic. Get out of here, man. Fuck this nigga. So he's walking in the street, and randomly, and I mean fucking randomly, Mac Gargan in full-on Scorpion suit. Mind you, in the first issue of the series, he's not just walking, he's just not stalking the streets with the Scorpion suit. He just be chilling. He be booling. He be booling in civilian clothes. So I don't know why he just sees Eddie Brock and just, like, he's full-on Scorpion suited up. So I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? And, like, he just, like, immediately, like, attacks Eddie Brock. And you get this cool little page where you see the symbiote, like, bleeding out of Eddie's eyes and mouth. And there's a two-page transformation. There's a two-page spread of a transformation sequence and him attacking Matt Gargan at the same time. It's actually pretty fucking awesome. But, you know, they fight. You know, Eddie Brock and the symbiote working together, dismantle the suit and fuck up Gargan. And there's this little bullshit line, oh, you think my suit would actually leave me for you? I'm like, but it did. It did. I'm like, first of all, like, Mac Gargan is the better host. He's physically, he has a Scorpion sense now. He has a Scorpion sense. He's physically stronger than you, base. Like, so, dude, and on top of that, Mac Gargan, his suit is equipped with sound blast and sound energy because he's just that paranoid about symbiotes now. Because he also hit Lee Price with that, like, issue 4 or 3 or so. So, like, I don't know, like, it just, like, that bugged me as well. I'm like, yo, Mac Gargan is the better host. I'm sorry, Eddie Brock, compared to what you have to offer in comparison with Mac Gargan is the better host. But whatever. What fucking ever, right? Like, Eddie passes out and the symbiote takes over, and the first part of the issue ends with the symbiote taking Eddie to the church, and he wakes up with the Catholic priest in his arms because Venom killed him while he was unconscious. I don't even know why why this is continuing after that. If I was Eddie, I'd be like, yo, what the fuck did you do that for? Nah, we're not doing this. So, you know, and then the second part of the issue, like I said, is explained. And now here is the great explanation for why Flash Thompson lost the Venom symbiote. Here's how it left him. Here's how they got separated. You fucking ready for this? You fucking ready for this shit? So, Mania, remember her? She probably showed up in the Agent Venom Space Knight series, but I wasn't gonna read that. Like, why? Like, cause my thing was, what made Agent Venom so great was that he was in Philadelphia with Mania, and he was working as a gym coach, and he was policing that little part of it. Like, it was his own special hood. You feel me? So I was feeling that. Why would you take him to space? He was already in the Guardians of the Galaxy. There was no reason to make him a Space Knight, quote unquote. Why would you do that? You know, that's why, you know, Flash Thompson got the symbiote separated from him. Because that series didn't fucking sell well. You know, and the way dumbass Marvel probably thinks, they're probably like, oh, people probably don't like Flash Thompson Venom anymore. That was fucking stupid. Anyway, so Mania and Venom are doing their thing in Philly. And, you know, Agent, and they're eating pizza, and he's just like, alright, Mania, go home, finish your homework, you know, and go to bed. It's mad late, you know, you gotta wake up in time for school. She's like, don't tell me what to do, bruh. She leaves, and a dude shows up in an armored battle suit, and he's like, alright, she's going, nigga, we could throw the hands now. And so and this is why I love Flash Thompson. He's cool as fuck. He been knew he was being followed. He was like, and he played it cool. He was like, yo, I know you was following me. What's up? Let's go. Let's throw the hands. So they throwing the hands. And like the guy in the suit blasts the fucking symbiote off of Agent Venom, and the symbiote goes all crazy. We don't know exactly what was done, but like the symbiote goes crazy. Flash is like, yo, what was good with you? What are you doing? And the symbiote just runs away. And I'm just like, are you fucking shitting me? And in the rest of the issue, we see Flash in this AA group, like talking about, I hope my friend is okay, you know, my friend ran away, I hope he's alright, man, you know. And the dude in the suit, we see that it's one of two of these special agents that was in the series earlier, in this current series earlier, who had a special interest in, you know, the symbiotes again. I don't, maybe that'll come up in the series, I don't know, but as far, I'm like, I don't give a shit. That was a really rushed hack job explanation of why Flash Thompson lost his suit. That was really shitty. That was whack. That was garbage. It's not the fact that, you know, Flash, you know, like I don't need you anymore, or I can put this down, or you feel me? Like, yo, I don't need this to be a good person. I don't like, maybe killing isn't the way. I'm expecting some shit like that. Nah, they're fighting, the suit gets blasted off of him, and the symbiote just runs away. I'm just like, are you fucking shitting me? And I'm just like, yo, that was so garbage. First of all, the first half of the issue is a fairly normal issue. It's a normal sized issue. And in the second part, we get this half-ass story, and then like we get a backup story at the end of the issue, where it's some story that takes place way in the early days, in the Venom Lethal Protector days, where Venom, you know, kills a guy. Yay! And when we see him do it in his weird, fucked up mind way of doing things, because again, Eddie Brock again is mentally ill. His version of justice is skewed. So like it depends on what he directly observes. Again, for example, there was some dudes shooting niggas up in the mall, and in the backup issue, he killed them all, and you know, one of the security guards, he sees Venom, and he's like, yo, get away from me, son, get away from me, yo, kill her first. And Venom was like, whoa, fam, you was tasked with protecting the innocent. Nah, we gotta clap you. So he kills the security guard, and the woman's like, oh my god, monster. Oh my fucking god. The phone is the real monster. Fuck. Anyway, to wrap this video up, he kills the security guard. The lady says, oh my god, monster. He swings off. And he's like, yeah, I'm glad I did a really good job today. And you know, so I'm just like, that was a cash grab. That was bullshit. What the fuck why did that need to be a Milestone issue? 150, and now we have the Edge of Venom verse coming. I'm not hopeful, because that is also a cash grab. You know why? Because we had Edge of Spider-Verse, and then we had Spider-Verse. Then I'm assuming after Edge of Venom verse, we're gonna have Venom verse. It's a cash grab. It's a fucking cash grab. And you know what's the saddest part? I'm going to buy it. I'm gonna buy it because I'm a huge Spider-Man Venom fan. I love the verse. I love the characters. I love all that shit. So I'm gonna buy it. And that's the shittiest part. I would speak by not buying it, but I'm a huge fan for that type of stuff. And Lee Price, I was hopeful for the series because I wasn't even gonna buy the Venom series and then I bought it just to see what was up. And Lee Price turns out to be a great host, and they get rid of him. And I'm like, yo, Marvel, you're fucking shit up. You have no clear direction for the series. You have no idea what you're doing. You're just doing a bunch of big cash grab events to sustain the series. Fuck, man. Anyway, Homeless Jabroni, I'll see you guys later. I've been ranting and raving too much. I'm 4 minutes past the 15-minute mark. I usually keep these to 15 minutes, but fuck that shit now. We're hitting 20. So, you know, if you guys like what you seen, heard, whatever the fuck, rate, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. This Young Jabroni God, I'll see y'all niggas later. Peace.